Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Rhyme of the Times for the weekend in the 10th of February 2024. Brianna's mum won't dwell on her personal hell, but instead wants to sell the idea to ban kids' cells. Police can't dispel the theory that Ezedi into the Thames fell. A royal bombshell as our king's unwell, provoking a groundswell of those wishing him well. Democrats raise Biden alarm bells. Starmer has criticism to quell and repel for, well, having his green plan shelved in a nutshell. Putin has nothing new to tell. Pike's farewell. The week started as the last one had ended, with fallout from two crimes that can't be comprehended. Ezedi for 8 years had played the system, so many red flags, but the authorities missed them. He had arrived from Afghanistan on a lorry. Now many people might reflect and be sorry, like the clever lawyers and the gullible priest who ensured Britain kept housing this dangerous beast. 2 asylum claims had brought a negative result, and then he was found guilty of sexual assault. But a suspended sentence meant he stayed free. Conveniently, he converted to Christianity. With his new label, his third application to stay was passed, which is why he was still in the UK. Now he's fueled the fire of the bigots and racists by throwing our welcome back in our faces, and throwing a substance in a woman's face, leaving her and her kids in a very bad place. Ezedi is still at large, or is he dead? Police at the moment are scratching their heads. Finding the fugitive shouldn't be very hard, with his own face now apparently scarred. It seems the stuff he threw at the woman to harm her may have splashed in his face as an act of karma. And now it seems the conclusion to which we have come. He drowned in the Thames when his deed had been done. In homes and on all types of media platform, another story from last week was causing a storm. People asking, what if it had been you or I who'd been the parents of Brianna Jai? How would we have dealt with the anger that festers? Could we show the courage of Brianna's mum, Esther, tearing down conventional emotional pillars to reach out to the mum of one of the killers? She wants to take action to stop future teenagers carrying out similar future outrages. The culprits may be locked up in cages, but the source remains that makes violence contagious. The images that burrow away like a weevil in the minds of youngsters, turning them evil, as those visions they see of brutality are turned into an atrocious reality. The internet can, no doubt, be a force for good, but also for bad, it's now well understood. And deep down in the dingy world of the dark web, malleable, undeveloped brains are being fed. But from the darkness, light can sometimes come, like the solution suggested by Brianna's mum. A ban on smartphones for the under-17s so that vulnerable youngsters don't have the means to access content and then act on what's seen in insightful text, sick images and gruesome scenes. We can't uninvent the web or unpick the pics, but many concerned parents are backing Esther's fix. A probe into Biden keeping classified docs said, apart from his memory, things were fine in his head. But his recall is fuzzy, faulty, in fact pretty sketchy. This conclusion seemed to make the president tetchy, so on Thursday he called the press and scolded reporters, which shocked everyone, including his supporters. And now in his own party a vast majority are accepting he's become just too doddery. especially with the world in the shape that it is and the Middle East on the edge of the abyss. So many Democrats are now conceding Sleepy Joe at this time ain't what the world's needing. On Monday, Britain's collective jaw dropped. A news flash came and we momentarily stopped. Our king has cancer, a royal press release affirmed. Even Harry crossed the pond to show he's concerned. This week Harry was also settling out of court. His phone hacking fight finally, for now, has been fought. He received a substantial sum from the Mirror Group for how the tabloid used to acquire royal scoops. To win the election, Labour just needs to play safe, but on Thursday criticism must have made Keir chafe. Over the years, Labour has often been cursed with the slur that it can't manage the public purse. With that in mind, Starmer decided to be honest, saying the 28 billion a year once promised on a green investment plan can't be honoured. The current state of the economy means it's a goner. Call it a U-turn, watering down or rowing back, but Sir Keir from many quarters was under attack. On Friday, Tucker met the world's biggest mother sucker. The US journalist Tucker Carlson went to Russia, and through a 2-hour interview, Putin meandered, with his warped view of the world all fairly standard. Nothing worth believing, nothing new to announce. Tucker's stunt achieved little by all accounts. Dad's Army was a show set in the Second World War, with our hapless last line of defence on these shores. A BBC comedy classic from the archive. Not a single member of the cast survives, because on Monday we learned that 3 days before, the actor Ian Lavender was with us no more. In the 60s and 70s he became a household name through the character Private Pike. He drew much acclaim. Despite being in show business for 40 years, for some the 9 years as Pike defined his career. The stupid boy whom Captain Mannering would berate was one of life's nice guys with a life to celebrate. He died 2 weeks shy of 78.